Well, don't you look pathetic. What? Did Ultra Instinct prove to be useless after all? Vegeta states. He had succeeded in teleporting himself back to Earth using instant transmission. Goku was intrigued, but Vegeta straight up tells him that he has no intention of stealing his signature move. He also tells Goku that he's learned a far superior technique of his own. What happens next was just pure cinema. Vegeta takes on Moro all by himself. He transforms into his Super Saiyan Blue evolved form and lands a brutal strike on Moro's abdomen. Everyone was confused because Vegeta's attacks did basically nothing, but Vegeta continues. Soon, Goku would catch on about what's going on here and Vegeta would finally confirm it. He was using a technique called Force Spirit Fission. The energy starts seeping out of Moro's body, and just like that, thanks to the Force Spirit Fission technique, Vegeta redirects all that stolen energy back to where it came from. Damn, good going, Vegeta. I never managed to learn that move, Goku says. Of course not. We underwent the same training, but I'm more talented than you, Vegeta responds. He then looks forward and adds, "Victory is mine, Kakarot." The fight continues and Vegeta is basically destroying Moro, but just as it was in the original story, Moro would absorb 7-3 and uses the backup DNA he had within him to restore himself to his prime. As for Vegeta, Moro immediately snaps him out of his evolved blue form right back to his base state. And this is where we're going to begin in a new series centered around what if Vegeta learned Ultra Ego early. Guys, if you have been enjoying all the Dragon Ball content recently, as well as everything else we've been doing on the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button down below and turning those notifications on so you never miss an upload over this way as soon as they go live. And if you guys have been enjoying these what if stories as well and are excited to start a new Vegeta what if, consider leaving a like on the video as well. It is the easiest way to help us out in the algo and support the channel for the cost of absolutely nothing. But without further ado, what if Vegeta learned Ultra Ego early? Has 7-3's power been added to your strength, Piccolo asks? Indeed, Moro replies. Is that so? Then I'll just have to tear you apart again, Vegeta declares after transforming once again. But as expected, Moro was just too strong now. Vegeta can no longer land an attack effective enough to perform his Force Spirit Fission. Moro hits Vegeta with a Big Bang attack and knocks him out. Gohan, Piccolo, and Goku jump Moro while Vegeta lies on the ground. How many times has it been? I don't even remember the last time I had a proper win, Vegeta says to himself as he struggles to get up. He can only watch as Moro penetrates Goku's chest with his bare hand. One by one, Gohan, Piccolo, even 17 and 18 are defeated with ease. When Maris enters the battle, Moro's advantage starts to falter some, giving Dende time to start healing everybody, but when it's Vegeta's turn, he stops Dende. What's wrong, Vegeta? Dende asks. Don't worry about it, Vegeta responds, and he gradually starts to get up. He yells Moro's name at the top of his lungs, loud enough that for a moment, everyone, including Maris, just stops and looks at him. I can hear you just fine. No need to yell, Vegeta. Just wait your turn, Moro says. But Vegeta tells him to get his ass back here because he's not done with him. Beerus and Whis were both observing the whole thing. Yo, Whis, I'm stopping Beerus, Beerus states. As you wish, Lord Beerus. Maybe it is best that we do step in and remove him from the situation altogether, Whis adds. And this is when Beerus and Whis all of a sudden appear behind Beerus, knocking him out cold, giving them the chance to remove him from the situation before he does something detrimental. Meanwhile, Vegeta is finally back on his feet. What's with that look, Vegeta? If you want another round so bad, at least have the Namekian heal you first, no? Moro asks. Shut up. This isn't another round. The previous one hasn't ended yet. Come on, get your ass down here and fight me, Vegeta exclaims. Stop it, Vegeta. If you get hit again, you'll just die. Just let Dende heal you so we can defeat him with the fusion, Goku comments. No, Kakarot. How long are we gonna rely on these gimmicks and outsiders to save us? I don't care if you want to fight alongside me or not, but we should be able to protect our planet ourselves, right? Vegeta says. Listen, Vegeta. This isn't just about our planet. You use the Force Spirit Fission, so you should know this better than anyone else. It's not just Earth. The fate of the entire universe lies on whether Moro is defeated today or not, Piccolo adds. But even though Piccolo's words made perfect sense, Vegeta still just stood there with his brutally battered body. Vegeta fully intends to continue this fight against Moro no matter what. Wise words, Vegeta. It appears I may have underestimated you, Moro states. However, what happens next is a little too fast for any of them to clock right away. Vegeta was about to continue his speech, but he was kicked straight in the abdomen. Goku would yell out Vegeta's name as he goes all out with Super Saiyan Blue and attempts to rush straight at Moro, who was gonna end Vegeta with his next move, but Whis would appear before Goku and stop him. What are you doing, Whis? Vegeta will be killed at this rate, Goku says. Well, just watch. Vegeta knows what he's doing, Whis replies. Goku would calm down out of his respect for Vegeta and Whis, with Piccolo overhearing this as well and him stopping too, but Gohan and the others are still freaking out. Goodbye, Vegeta, Moro says as he was about to penetrate his fist straight through Vegeta's heart, but for some odd reason, he stops. What's wrong, Moro? Go ahead and do it, Vegeta immediately states. What are you plotting, Moro asks, but Vegeta simply just spits in his face. How about you just do it? I think I've got a little something figured out, Vegeta declares. In that moment, Moro was so pissed because of Vegeta spitting on his face that he couldn't help but laugh. He pulls back that hand and proceeds to land an attack that he had previously held back. Moro's fingertips begin to pierce through Vegeta's armor, but Vegeta is able to stop his hand before it could impale him all the way. All of a sudden, the look on Moro's face now looks like he's seen a ghost. Suddenly, this purple aura blasts outwards in every direction, pushing Moro away and enveloping Vegeta's entire body. Beerus, with a smirk on his face now, asks if this is merely a coincidence or perhaps fate. Incredible. I thought Goku was the only exception, Moro replies. But this is how things are supposed to be, right? If you go around just breaking the law of neutrality, you'll rob people of their fate, Beerus states. Wow, Lord Beerus, that sounded oddly wise. Are you feeling okay? Whis remarks, receiving a sly shut up from Beerus. Going back to Vegeta, his entire aura blast would fade away and there he would stand completely transformed now. Wow, Vegeta, is this like that form that one guy that looked like me used? Goku asks. No, Kakarot, but I can feel it in my veins. This is the power of destruction, Vegeta replies. Goku was confused, so he just looks over to Whis. Well, it's kind of similar to how you ended up awakening Ultra Instinct during the Tournament of Power, but while Ultra Instinct is the technique of the angels, what Vegeta has just achieved is the power of the destroyers. In a way, it is the antithesis of Ultra Instinct, Whis explains to him. Well, now that you mention it, Vegeta also lost his eyebrows just like Lord Beerus, Goku unironically responds. Vegeta would ignore him and approach Moro. Get up. How many times do I have to tell you our battle isn't over yet, he says. Curse you, Vegeta. I didn't know you were hiding such a trump card, Moro replies. Me? Hiding a trump card? You are truly clueless. No, Moro. It's all thanks to you, actually. Yes, I have been familiar with this power ever since I saw Kakarot fight Lord Beerus, and especially since I defeated Top in the Tournament of Power. However, it was our battle here that awakened it for the first time. What do you think, Lord Beerus? Have I impressed you yet, Vegeta asks. It's still far too immature, but good work nonetheless, Vegeta. Thanks to you, Maris no longer has a reason to meddle, and that means I don't have to worry about any repercussions from the Grand Priest either, so Beerus would give him a huge thumbs up. Don't worry, hopefully you can teach me how to use it properly, but for now, all I want is to go all out. My soul is burning. As expected, this power of destruction is the polar opposite of Ultra Instinct, Vegeta states. Moro desperately tries to land more back-to-back punches on Vegeta, but of course Vegeta would just tank them all in Ultra Ego, and then sends Moro flying with a single flick from his finger now. Polar opposite of Ultra Instinct? What do you mean by that, Moro asks. Oh, so now you're curious. Alright, I'll tell you then. Ultra Instinct is about being as calm as still water, but destruction is like a storm. That's right, Kakarot's Ultra Instinct may give his body a mind of its own, but I'm all ego. In fact, go ahead and call this Ultra Ego, Vegeta declares. And this is when Vegeta begins to step forward. He wasn't foolish enough to let this drag on any longer than it needed to, so Vegeta planned on finishing Moro with this very next attack. He can then take all the time he needs mastering his new power while training with Lord Beerus. Goodbye, Moro. I'm sending you back to hell, Vegeta declares. Don't think I'm just letting things go your way, Vegeta, Moro says as he gets up and dashes straight towards Vegeta. This is when Moro gets back in his trick bag. He uses his after image technique to try and distract Vegeta and appears behind him. How predictable. Planning on copying Ultra Ego, are we? Vegeta says, grinning. He grabs and tears off Moro's hand the moment it touches his neck. Unlike Kakarot, I'm not going to show you any mercy. Farewell, Moro, Vegeta says as he pierces through Moro's chest with his own fist. Moro just laughs and uses his telekinesis to call his hand back to his body and attaches it again. Well, what's this now, Beerus wonders. The dark and chaotic purple aura starts swirling around Moro. Everyone watches as Moro mimics Vegeta's Ultra Ego transformation. I completely forgot you had telekinesis. So many abilities, it's hard to keep count, Vegeta says. Well, Vegeta, what are you gonna do now? I've also gained the power of destruction, Moro replies. A violent smile appears on Vegeta's face as he clashes with Moro in midair. Vegeta lands a series of brutal punches, but Moro is actually able to tank them and counters with a kick. Vegeta tanks it, but the impact causes a massive crater beneath him on the earth below. Goku, why aren't you helping Vegeta? We could end Moro right here, Mira says. Yeah, but it's Vegeta's fight now. I gotta respect that. I won't be interrupting unless he specifically asked me to, Goku replies. What do you mean? He literally said that he doesn't care if you want to fight alongside him or not, Mira says. Oh, well, shit, you're right, Goku responds. Vegeta, on the other hand, doesn't seem like he needs it right now as he continues to gain an edge on Moro. He's suddenly gotten a lot more aggressive. Why the rush, Vegeta, Moro says. It looks like you're trying to speed through this battle. You may think you know exactly what I'm up to, but I know exactly what you're up to as well, Vegeta replies. And just to help this make sense for everybody else who maybe it's been a while since you read the Moro arc, Moro can handle Ultra Ego specifically because he took it from Vegeta. If he had taken the power of destruction from an actual destroyer like Beerus, he wouldn't have been able to handle it, just like how he couldn't handle Meris's power in the original Dragon Ball Super manga. Now, Whis addresses Beerus. Lord Beerus, it appears Moro is planning on using Hakai on the entire planet, Whis says. More importantly, we now have two God of Destruction candidates just casually duking it out right in front of us. This cannot be allowed to go on. Very well then, I'll personally intervene, Beerus declares. Oh, are you planning on playing favorites, Lord Beerus? Whis asks. It would have been interesting to raise Vegeta as a destroyer candidate, but now that it's come to this, I believe I know what I must do, Beerus responds. Are you sure, Whis asks? Yes, if I kill Moro, it'll just expose my bias, but if it's both Moro and Vegeta, well, no one would have any reason to complain, right? Beerus says. Well, I guess that is true, Whis states. Vegeta and Moro are about to clash once again, but Beerus appears in the middle of them both and stops them. A Hakai on the both of them is what we would have expected, but at the very moment when Beerus's aura was about to flare up, someone swoops in at an unparalleled speed and lands a brutal kick across Moro's face. It sends him flying through the stratosphere and beyond even. Goku, what are you doing? This was supposed to be my moment. Are you trying to get a race too, Beerus asks. Sorry, Lord Beerus, but Vegeta is right when he said that we don't need anyone's help in protecting our own planet, Goku states. The sheer intensity of this entire situation managed to bring out Ultra Instinct from within him again. Come on, Lord Beerus, you were seriously planning on killing me there? I'll amuse you later, but for now, let me finish off Moro myself, Vegeta adds. Meanwhile, Moro is beyond pissed. He prepares another Big Bang attack, but this time imbued with the energy of destruction and tries to launch it straight at the earth. Goku and Vegeta brace themselves to counter the attack, while Whis would tell Beerus that there's been an emergency summons for the two of them straight from the Grand Priest.